Price is Wrong, bitch.
Weirdest place. Weirdest place. Ever gotten the urge to make whoopee? Ever gotten the urge?
Central Eddie 67 for further information.
Welcome to carlsbad. Welcome to carlsbad.
Welcome. Oh, no. I forgot. Hang on. I already messed up. Let me... Okay. Now there's no spoilers. Welcome. Oh my gosh. Okay. I did mess this up. Now, let me see if I can get... Interrupt. Okay. Can we... Okay, here we go. We got the countdown. I got discombobulated in the game show of life and starting the episode. I am the one who lost. Cobra is exhausted. Okay. Yeah. Alright, now we got the sick little cave TV color bars going. Soy Teresa. Yeah, I've been discombobulated once or twice in my life. This is where we need to be. I need to say, welcome. Grab your little chimers and buzz in if you're the one who knows. It's Caveman News episode 79. Game shows. Okay, I think we're officially here. And I did accidentally give a slight spoiler, and I revealed it, so let's just get right down to it. Ladies and gentlemen, in the darkness, he's a beacon of light. And he's smarter than a 5th grader, and he always knows which price is right. And it's, ladies and gentlemen, it's Pepito.
It's me, Pepito. Hi, I'm Pepito, and I'm from Cavemen News.
Pepito, welcome. I'm gonna make this applause break even longer. I'm just gonna start. Ooh, we got a big sip in the chat already. Alright, boots off. Brother Binks, congratulations on the bar. I want to follow in Bob Barker's footsteps and congratulate you. Let me adjust my monitor. Is it gonna... Yeah, I don't know if I can. But, Pepito, the eternal question, the one that weighs heavy on all of our hearts until we get a response. I would like to know, how are you?
Weirdest place. Weirdest place. Ever gotten the urge to make whoopee?
In the
Okay.
ass?
Okay, thank you. I was gonna say, if you're gonna play that one, you gotta at least
So good.
finish it off. You're doing so good. Excellent. That's what I wanted to hear. Are you excited? You were telling me about your enthusiasm for game shows. Which were the ones that you said you were a fan of?
The not good ones. Say what karaoke?
Come on, man. I don't remember that game show. What?
Me too.
Explain it to me. It's a karaoke show?
Yeah. They would karaoke to all the bombest hits of the late 90s.
Wow. Soy Teresa remembers so. And she also says that you have a fancy shirt. And that
Fancy
is
shirt.
a high honor. It's great, man.
Cavemen newswear.
That seems custom. I mean, I just can't imagine that being an off-the-shelf acquisition, you know? In my head, it is made for Pepito. But let's stop dancing around it. I'm excited to talk about game shows. As mentioned, you loved Say What Karaoke and various Nickelodeon game shows. I personally would end my days with eating dinner with my grandma and grandpa and watching Jeopardy. And that's how I got to where I am today. I wouldn't be half the man I am if I had not done that. But I think we should start the show. Don't you? Let's get a second opinion, shall we?
Start the if I was in the chat, I would be saying start the show.
I know you
So,
would.
Start
Absolutely.
the show.
Okay. All right. Boots off for Barrett time, everybody. Hang on, let me untie really quick. Excuse me, Cobra. Okay, don't beat me up. All right. I've got my boots off. This week, I've got the... All right, they got the lightning bolt on them, and they're on fire, and the fire is revealing kind of a paisley-like print underneath. I don't know. Those are
sick.
really good shoes. I am very proud of them. Do we have anything? Flight engineer opinion. Okay, I think we should start things off, Pepito. I have a button here for that. I know I do. This week, we're going to be looking at a story from Mystery Producer. What year is it? Okay, this one comes from 1997. Soy Teresa says Caveman News headquarters is a Jeopardy type of place, and it really is. I want to rewatch the episodes with Watson, the IBM computer that played against the most winningest men, most winningest people, and they just happen to be men. Whatever, let's not get into it. 1997, that's where we're starting things off. Do you have any objections to that, Pepito?
No. I love that year.
Excellent. Excellent. And you know what? I've got my phone here, and it is ready. I am starting the hour-long... Hang on. I'm trying to look in the... Okay. We've got 1 hour to get to the bottom of this mystery before we are ejected. All right. 1997. Boom. What do you think? You recognize
Ray.
that game, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Why don't
It's
you
like
tell us
the
what it is? What game is this?
Wheel of Fortune.
Hell
Is
yeah.
that like a board game version of it?
I assume we'll find out. You know how the good people at Cave TV are. They usually try their best to explain things as we go on, but this is where we're jumping in. We have Ray with the Wheel of Fortune board game. I am dying to learn more about it. Mystery producer, take it away.
Carlsbad Man wins on wheel. Roger's appearance on game show airs today by Valerie Cranston.
Hey, I
I
remember.
remember her
Oh.
from that Gold Cave article.
Yeah, mystery producer, I agree. I remember Valerie Cranston. She wrote the 2 articles we discussed on the Gold Cave episode. She's quite the journalist. I remember when this happened. I think I watched it. Carlsbad Man wins on wheel.
Carlsbad. Spin the wheel. The wheel of fortune, that is.
Spin the wheel.
Wow. The Wheel of Fortune, that is. Okay, Valerie. She's very.
She's
she gets cute with it. It's never. She's always throwing in those wonderful turns of phrase, little jokes even.
Local resident Ray Rogers did just that in March with what he calls his PMA, positive mental
I have a
attitude.
PMA
The
too.
approach proved fruitful.
PMA. You have a PMA?
Yeah.
Is
It
that a
takes one.
juggalo thing? Is PMA a juggalo thing?
Is it?
I don't know. Is PMA a juggalo thing, or am I just confusing it with Mad Clown Love?
I have no clue. I wish I did. The Juggalo
Oh
world
yeah,
is not mine.
Soy Teresa in the chat says that Chon, our staff movie reviewer here, has a PMA. But I think that PMA might have something to do with juggaloism. Oh. And
Oh, whoa.
there's Ray. I guess I was correct. But maybe that is just the artist's interpretation of what it would be like if Ray was a juggalo. PMA could be. Wow.
Wow.
Now that's a good win. A Carlsbad Man done right.
It's just good.
Well, yeah, he's showing off both watches. My earbuds are just falling all over the place. I'm going to take one of them off and just set it aside. Okay.
The show Rogers appeared on will air today at 6:30 p.m. on KBIM Channel 10.
I'm sure I read that in the Current Argus that day, 1997. Let's see. So I was probably in 7th grade? Or no, 6th maybe? I don't know. Something like that.
In 1997?
Yeah.
I was a 5th grader, a proud 5th grader at Montgomery Elementary School.
Montgomery?
Yeah,
Monterey?
that's the one by the high school. Oh, Monterey, yeah, the one by the high school.
Right. Wow.
Yes.
See, what
Yes,
was the
1997, baby.
Monterey? What was your mascot?
Oh fuck! was it a bird?
Yeah, probably. It usually is.
Monterey,
9 times out of
Eagles.
10.
Yeah, it's
If you
usually a
can't
bird.
think of the
Or
mascot,
a lion.
it was probably a bird or a horse, I think. Me, I'm a proud alumni of Sunset Elementary, where we were the Scorpions. So,
Ooh.
president of Cavemen News, CJ, would be so proud. Baxter says, Sunset Scorpions. See, he knows.
And today just happens to
Wow.
be Roger's 69th birthday.
Is that
Really?
so? It was his 69th birthday. Is that? Let me do a quick count of the candles.
You can't put all the candles.
No, actually, that is 69 candles. I mean, just from my I'd have to sit down and do some real in-depth stuff, but I'm pretty sure that's 69 candles.
All he came home with was his name tag and a parting gift. A
What?
His
Wheel
name
of
tag.
Fortune game.
And he got the board game version of Wheel of Fortune, which I'm sure he probably played his whole family. I assume he has a big family, but I mean, if I just won $6,000 and 2 watches on Wheel of Fortune, you know I'd be home with that board game, just whooping on anybody that dares to challenge me. Were you ever good at Wheel of Fortune?
Me? I don't
Yes.
think I've ever played it or any kind of version of it.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like Hangman, you know, and we used to play that on this show. You're pretty good at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But you put it
They
into
say
it
they
because
have
of
120 days before they send the money and watches. They probably want to wait to see if the show airs for sure, Rogers said. Come on, Pat Sajak. Send him his watches.
I agree, Mr. Producer. They need to give Ray Rogers his watches. And no offense to Ray, but that seems kind of weird to me. They're saying him saying, "Oh, they didn't send my watches and money and everything because they don't know if the show will air." I would be furious if I won big on the Wheel of Fortune and then they didn't send my prizes and the money I won because it wasn't going to air. Wouldn't you be mad?
Yeah, because I won them.
Exactly. I'd roll Pat Sajak for you, man. I would not
Oh yeah,
put up
you would
with
do.
that.
You would kick his ass anyways.
Well, yeah, I don't like Pat Sajak. Let's just get everything out in the open. I'm not a fan of the man.
For Rogers, all the excitement began last November.
All right. What was the excitement? Tell me, Ray.
While in Hobbs, he picked up a newspaper and read an ad asking anyone who wanted to be on Wheel of Fortune to go to a Hobbs supermarket.
I didn't even know they had supermarkets in Hobbs.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But, I mean, if you're in Hobbs, what else are you going to do? I mean, I know what I did in Hobbs, and it was nothing good. If I could have gone to the supermarket and auditioned for Wheel of Fortune, man, my life would have changed. I might not have gotten in trouble with the law. But that's a story for another episode.
I thought to myself, why not? Rogers said.
Absolutely. Why not? Boom. What is that? All right, little PMA. See, he's saying why not. He's oh, Baxter says, I remember you attended the Cavemen versus Hobbs tennis match our senior year. That sounds like it. Senior year, I had some interest in Hobbs at the time. I was there quite frequently. It was another lifetime, Pepito.
Out of 7,000 entries in New Mexico alone, he
Jeez.
made it to the first round pick of 240 people. The 240 were split into 4 groups of 60 for interviews. Through elimination, 10 people from each of the 4 groups remained.
Wow. Okay. 7,000 people in New Mexico auditioned. That's crazy. Ray was up against some I'm sure crushing and strong challengers, cuz this is New Mexico we're talking about. I think we still have more PhDs per capita than any state. So
Everyone was
we're
there.
a smart state. What?
Said everyone was there auditioning that day.
For
Q from
sure.
Q Systems,
Gosh.
Pete the chef.
Oh my gosh, Pete the chef.
Rogers just happened to be one of them, and he attributes everything to his positive mental
Positive
attitude.
mental attitude.
Absolutely. Ray. He's a positive
He wears
man. He
that.
has mad clown love.
What next? It was on to Albuquerque to participate in a preliminary Wheel of Fortune game. We had to play the game. They set up a wheel and a puzzle. I solved the puzzle, Rogers said.
Of course you did, Ray. I'm a fan of Ray. I will come right out and say it. Sometimes I like to hold back on my opinions and everything, but I'll tell you right now, just getting into hearing about this man, I'm a fan of Ray Rogers. He's so positive.
I solved the puzzle.
So Teresa says Ray is my role model, and I do agree.
They called and asked if I could come to California. At first, I told them no, I couldn't, Rogers said. He added, once an individual has been selected to appear on the game show, they're expected to pay their own expense to California.
Oh, come on. No thanks.
That's so whack.
He wins their little game and everything, and they're like, hey, come here. Play for the big show in front of Pat and Vanna and whatnot. And he told them no.
The show continued to call. Jeez. Desperate.
I agree, mystery producer. They do sound desperate, but wouldn't you be? I mean, you're probably doing nationwide searches. You probably got people from Florida, or Montana, stuff like that. Ugh.
Peoria.
Ugh. Peoria,
Syracuse.
that's Illinois.
Yeah.
Well, they needed a New Mexican, so I can sympathize with their calling him over and over again.
So off he went. He arrived in California on a Wednesday.
Well, there's Mesa Airlines. It's a short little flight. I didn't know Mesa flew to LA, but I mean, who's to argue with the Cave TV staff courtroom sketch artist?
The only fear he says he had was getting up there and freezing, not being able to utter a word from his mouth. Where else is he gonna utter it from?
He was scared.
You're crazy.
Ray, have some confidence in yourself.
He is nervous.
Hey, Cinderoni says, Estoy aquí. It's been a while since we have played. Oh my gosh, whoops. I accidentally hit the Pepito applause button. So, unfortunately, we're going to have to hear another Pepito applause. And it's long. I was trying to play a little drop for Cinderoni, but this is the... Hey, this applause is for Cindy this time. I'm just going to pretend I did this on purpose.
You did. That's what I thought you did.
For Cindy? Thank you. I'm sure that wherever she is, at the end of the Carlsbad, she is taking the biggest bow.
Beans.
Okay, I'm gonna skip. I'm not gonna find the Cindy sound drop right now. It's not gonna happen.
Frijoles.
Huh? Frijoles. Oh, beans. Got you. I had to. My brain right now is in trying to keep the stream together and putting all of my thoughts into controlling all this stuff, so my Spanish part of my brain kind of fell out. I need to get back on my Spanish Duolingo lessons, but
Literally.
yeah, I've kind of just been doing Japanese and been lax on my Spanish. So, nan desu ka?
His PMA gave him what he needed.
It did. I mean, he won. We already know he won $6,000 and 2 watches. So,
Hold on real quick.
okay,
I need to take my PMA.
okay, all right.
Better.
Oh, shoo! All right. Pepito has taken his PMA. A watch for each wish. Wrist. Dark Farts is learning Spanish and lost most of her French. Golly.
Dark farts. You
That's
just gotta.
what? No, go ahead.
Miss Pa. She just needs to go find Miss Pa.
Oh, Miss Parr. Yeah. But I understand that. I started studying Japanese while I was living in Albuquerque, and I was taking care of dogs at the dog daycare facility, and I would sit there and read Japanese and do little exercises and stuff. But then I stopped for years, and all the Japanese just fell out of my brain. So I'm trying to get it back, trying to learn. But hey, I have PMA. I'll get there.
What did he say when they asked him to tell a little about himself?
What did he say? Tell me.
I told him I had a wife, Bobby, Dean, Calvini, Rogers, and 5
Oh my
children.
god.
Senor Gutierrez, I agree, Baxter. Okay, so he told him he has kids.
And I was a disciple for PNA, positive
Absolutely.
mental attitude.
We know. Ray, you had to do it to him. You had to let him know.
Disciple. It's like a religion.
For sure. He's devoted. It worked for him.
That's
Cobra's
scriptures.
so weird. Can I go to my Cobra cam? Okay, I need to remember to come back to button 27. Cave TV control room. Can you take me to the Cobra camera really quick? Okay.
Price is wrong, bitch.
Don't say that to Cobra. That is...
That was Cobra to you.
Oh, that was... Yeah, absolutely. You should... He beats me. He is
Yeah.
crazy. Okay, here we go. Let
27.
me think. Now, 27, is that the last button I hit? Or the next one I should hit? Now, we're going to find out. I'm going to hit 27, see what happens.
He remembers things getting a little tricky at this point because he couldn't mention the name of his company on the air. What the hell?
That's messed up. Let
No,
him...
free it.
Let
Can't
him...
advertise.
Why not? I feel like I've seen game shows where people mention their company and stuff.
Wear like every piece of clothing with the name on it.
Yeah, that's crazy. Ray, you got done wrong.
Rogers just used the company founder's motto, PMA, to plug the company, Combined Insurance Company of America, where he is branch manager for New Mexico and the El Paso region.
Wow. Okay. So I do like that Valerie Cranston at the current Argus did the right thing and let him do his plugging, plugged his company. Pat Sajak was a scoundrel. Let's say it.
Pay your
And
own trip, and then you can't say where you work.
That's crazy. But our hero, Ray Rogers, did not let it get him down. He
PMA.
absolutely PMA to guide the way. I still think it's a Juggalo thing. Not convinced that it's not. Oh. There we go.
He wears it so well.
He does.
Or it wears him well.
Even today, he says it doesn't seem real, but reality will hit when he sees himself on television today, his birthday.
Aww.
Happy birthday to
69.
I forgot about that part, that it is airing on his birthday. That is kind of beautiful.
I took them, Pat Sajak and Vanna White, some peacock feathers. Aww.
What?
That's awesome. I mean, what a man, honestly. Okay, I'm trying to just catch up on the chat here. Did you guys have any juggalos in Carlsbad? Asks Dark Farts. Oh my gosh. We had
The
some
best
great
juggalos.
juggalos. For the greatest juggalos that this country has ever seen. And they had an alliance with the goth kids.
Yeah, we had
They
quite
were
the
like,
goth crew too.
the goth crew and the juggalos were like a united front, because they didn't have they weren't the preps, they weren't the jocks, so they kind of bolstered their numbers by teaming up. Brother Pink says Matt Turner, great
Ooh.
juggalo, one of the best.
Big pants.
Absolutely.
Pat asked Vanna if she knew what a female peacock was called, and she didn't know, Rogers said.
Come on, Pat. Why are you doing that? I do need to make a quick aside. I have great admiration for Vanna White, and I have my entire life. My dad had told me that when I was really little, I would want to watch Wheel of Fortune every night, and I would sit there in my high chair, and I would just watch the show. And at the end of the show, when Vanna White would like wave goodbye to everybody, I'd have to like wave goodbye to Vanna,
Wow.
because I was smitten as a 2 or 3 year old or whatever it was. Absolutely. And the other Vanna White story from my youth is that when I went and saw my first movie, you know how when you go to a movie theater and they have the screen and it has like the skirt at the bottom of the screen, it's decorative, it looks nice. You understand what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the like red velvety
Yeah.
curtain thing.
Yes. My dad told me that when he took me to my first movie theater experience, while we waited for, I think it was The Little Mermaid to start playing, I asked him if the curtain was going to open up and Vanna White was going to come out. He had to break it to me that she would not. But let's get back to it.
A whole new world.
Ray brought Pat and Vanna some peacock feathers, which is, he's an absolute gentleman.
I saw an entire train.
Sajak then
Sorry, hang on. What?
Oh, I just saw an entire train car once, and it was spray painted, and it said "I love Vanna White," and had like a cartoon figure of her, like.
Is she still doing it?
Doing the letter? I don't know. I don't watch.
Well,
I don't have
neither
cable.
do I. But I hope that she isn't. She's a guest. I would love to get on Cavemen News.
Oh
my gosh. My 3 decades long infatuation would really pay off if she was here in studio being a part of Caveman News. One day, who knows, maybe season 3.
There's a K.
Brother Bing says Pat retired. Cinderoni says Vanna still does it. That's awesome.
She has like the world record for clapping, the most frequent claps.
She should. Give her her trophy, her flowers, and her trophy. I did hear once, I didn't investigate further, but I heard that they film all of the Wheel of Fortunes, and it takes about 5 weeks to film a year's worth.
Jesus.
And so Pat Sajak will work 5 weeks and then have the rest of the year off. That's crazy. But so does Vanna. She gets that time off too. She's a national treasure. I wonder if she's ever been to Carlsbad. Oh, let's not get distracted. Let's get back into it. Ray Rogers. What happened? Where we last left off, Pat Sajak was trying to big dog Vanna and asking her what a female peacock is called or whatever. Pat's crazy.
Rogers.
Sajak then asked Rogers what a female peacock was called, and with a quick wit, Rogers quickly answered, "It's a peahen."
Hell yeah, it's a peahen. You cannot put one past Ray Rogers.
Sajak was as friendly and outgoing as he appears on the show, Rogers added.
Okay, alright. So... well, fine. I feel like I'm going to get distracted if I get too deep into Pat Sajak, and I'll end up rambling about my distaste with him, and before you know it, he'll end up in the boozoo. And I don't even have a pin on me, so we can't do that right now.
Boozoo.
Alright. Is this the one I just hit? Or the
Sajak was as friendly and outgoing.
Okay. Shut up. Sorry, mystery producer.
White was personable, but appeared a bit chilly, he added. Come on, Ray. Let Vanna live.
The mystery producer agrees with me. You shouldn't say that about Vanna. Let her do her thing.
Oh.
But Rogers came to her defense immediately, explaining, "I'm sure it's hard changing clothes 5 times during one taping and being pregnant." There you go. That's the Ray Rogers we root.
Superwoman.
Be understandable.
Absolutely.
That's PMA.
That is PMA. Thank you, mystery producer. I agree. It's so 5 changes of clothes. We've never done one costume change during an episode of Caveman News. And you have? Oh yeah, you have, haven't you?
Yes. I've transformed to Omar.
Oh yeah, but that was for your your segments. But I mean,
we came back from the segment, and I was
and
Omar.
you had changed. Oh yeah, I forgot. Zoe Teresa says Pepito sure has. Cinderoni loves the mystery producer. That's beautiful. And I love the Cave TV courtroom sketch artist who does these little illustrations. I love this pregnant Vanna with 5 changes of clothes. It's nice.
Her demonic makeup.
He doesn't have any plans to open his parting gift, the Wheel of Fortune game. It goes with the rest of my trophies, he added.
Trophies?
Yeah.
I want to see all his trophies.
Well, here they are on screen. What do they say?
Second.
Okay.
Sick. Something having.
Sick beard having.
Sick.
And then he's got another one here for
sick name
mental attitude that is the positivist. And I
Yeah.
can't tell what the medal says.
Sick
But
name having.
I'll probably sick name having. That's what it says. Because he does have a
Well,
a sick name. At first, when we started this episode and I started hearing about him, I kept thinking Roy Rogers, but it's Ray Rogers. And I do have a different colored button here, so I'm thinking that maybe that means we're transitioning into something different. Okay, yeah, alright. I'm being told by the producers, not the producers, Soy Teresa is the producer for the show, but the people in the control room, whatever you would like to call them, the Cave TV staff, I'm being told that they found a transcript of the game that the Wheel of Fortune match game, whatever you would like to call it, that Ray Rogers was on. I think that's what this button is going to be.
teleplay.
WOF Retro Recap, April 30th, 1997.
All right,
Uploaded
so this
September 2nd, 2021 by Andy N. WOF.
Okay, so this is a blog that recaps every episode of Wheel of Fortune. That seems like quite an undertaking. I see a long thing in the chat here, Cinderoni. My uncle Chris, uncle by marriage not blood, went on Wheel of Fortune in 1999 and bombed worse than anyone I've ever seen bomb. It was so upsetting to watch. That is a nightmare. I agree. Golly. But hey, not everybody's uncle can be Ray Rogers with his 5 kids. I wish we could have gotten Ray Rogers on this episode. Golly.
Yeah.
But I want to see.
100.
I am kind of fascinated by this blog, the WOF retro recaps, and I wonder if the Cave TV staff were able to find any of the puzzles that Ray solved. But let's see what's up here.
Episode 2698. Wheel Across America. Terry Jones, communications radio operator in the U.S. Air Force for over 7 years. Married with 3 kids from Tampa, Florida. Megan McKinn, junior at DePaul University in Greencastle, Indiana, majoring in psychology from Evansville, Indiana. And our hero, Ray Rogers, disciple of PMA, Positive Mental Attitude, married with 4 daughters and a son from Carlsbad, New Mexico. He lives on a farm, to be exact.
Well, I mean, he's still a Carlsbad boy. Even though he went to Hobbs to take the test or whatever. Hobbs. So weird. Isn't that also, just going off of my memory, I remember when we did an episode about the Miss Carlsbad pageant, and when my aunt, Helen Gwynn, won the Miss Carlsbad 1961 maybe, but when she won, the reward was that she got to go to Hobbs for the Miss New Mexico pageant. And I don't know what's the deal with Hobbs. Why does the Miss America pageant like them? Why does Wheel of Fortune do their trials? I don't know.
Yeah.
I think there's something nefarious and shady going on because Hobbs ain't that cool. Carlsbad's better.
Yeah.
Soy Teresa says they have that fancy convention center. Have you ever been there? I don't know anything about that.
No. Home of the Eagles.
I think somebody in the chat said that Monterey was the Eagles as well. So
Oh.
Hobbs is ripping off our middle schools. And that's typical Hobbs behavior.
Elementaries.
Cinderoni says, ha ha ha, your prize is going to Hobbs. April Fools. Oh, and she says that they used to have a cattle baron. So,
Ooh.
I guess, whatever.
Final scores. Terry, $1,250.
Wow. He did.
Ray,
Took him out.
$8,540 cash and watches. Megan, $2,050.
Disciple of
Poor
PMA.
Megan. He was a disciple of PMA. Okay, so that is the article about Ray Rogers with Pepito. I'll leave the decision up to you. Would you like for yourself in the chat to play one of the rounds of Wheel of Fortune that Ray Rogers won?
Truth or consequences? I want to do that. Let's do that, Kondo.
All right. What does the chat say? Do we got any takers that want to play Wheel of Fortune?
Don't be scared.
Let's see. Okay. Dark Farts just says she's got to look up the cattle baron. But, I mean, okay, Cinderoni wants to. Excellent. Let's go to one of the rounds that Ray Rogers won.
Round 4. Same name.
Okay, same name is our category. Do you have a letter you would like to pick, Pepito?
E.
All right, let me see. E. All right, I got this one. No, you got a Kemp. So that's strike one. Does anybody in the chat have a letter that they would like to guess? I am leaning over at the chat. There's no E. Yeah, there's no E. Wait, hang on. Yeah, okay. I had to get close to the stream deck and see if that was okay. Cinderoni says S.
S.
Do we have an S there? Yes, I see one. It's let me see. I can point to it. I can do this. We have an S. You got your S. All right, perfect. All right. Do we have any other... Pepito, do you have another guess?
P.
All right, let me see. Oh, we do have one.
Wow.
All right. Now, does anybody in the chat have a letter? I mean, Bray won this one. Let's... Ooh, Cinderoni says N. Okay. All right, here we go. Ooh, you got the can. Nasty. All right. Dark Farts guesses R. Do we have an R?
Yay.
It looks like we have... What is that? 2 R's. Okay, do you have any... Are you ready to solve the puzzle? It is... Let's remember, it's... Same name is the category. I mean, you can say no.
No.
Okay. All right. Do you have another letter to guess?
O.
All right. Oh. Is this a... Oh, yeah. Boom. Whoa. Okay, does that narrow it down? Dark Farts asks if it's 4 words. No. Oh, wait. Yeah, 4 words. But, 2 of them could be compound words, I reckon. But let's just say it's 4 words. Let's say that. Does anybody have any other guess? Papito, are you shy because you don't want to get camped?
Is the first word horse?
Cinderoni says I. Let's see. Ooh, we have an eye. Ooh, we have 2 eyes. Jeez. Beautiful. Soy Teresa says, give me an E.
Ooh, oh yeah, I said E.
All right. And
wait,
what do you mean what?
Never mind. That's awesome.
Okay.
Spider.
All right. Okay. But that's not the full puzzle.
Thing. I know.
Cinderoni says D.
Lord of the spider. What?
Nothing? Worldwide spider web. Cinderoni got it. She takes it. She is with great minds such as Ray Rogers. Cindy, if you were on Wheel of Fortune in 1997, you could have won. Now, I also took the liberty of asking the great, wonderful, beautiful people at Cave TV to make us some Cinderoni wants her watches, to make us some Wheel of Fortune puzzles to solve. These are not ones that were in the actual show that Ray Rogers was on. These are just ones, the Carlsbad specific ones. Okay. All right, let's see what our topic topic for this round is. Okay, best snow to go snow cone flavor objectively. All right, Pepito, do you want to start it off?
I'm gonna go with A.
All right, let me see. Okay. You got camped, dude. You're just collecting those camps. I think the camp button is gonna stay around. I think we're gonna have that in future episodes because I really, oh my god, Cinderoni.
Wow, tiger's blood. That's not
Objectively
the
the best flavor.
No,
you cannot stop Cinderoni. This is her game show. Okay, well, that one went really quick. We do have one more game. Let's see what this... Oh, hang on. I need to get rid of that. Clear that out. Okay. And now... Word Game Champion says... what does Soy Teresa say? I liked the wedding cake one. Oh, the wedding cake snow cone flavor. What's your snow to go?
Pina colada.
Pina colada. That is not bad. I remember.
So good.
Tiger's blood.
So good.
Absolutely. Is objectively the best flavor, but I think I tried all of them. How many flavors were there?
Like 100.
I think there was. There was like so many to choose from. You want to play? What?
Didn't some people do multiple flavors?
Oof, I can't imagine.
And then CJ probably got pickle
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Alright, but Tiger's Blood is the way, and the Snow to Go location that was closer to the high school. The guy who ran that looked
Todd
like
Wilkins dead.
yeah, he looked like the professional wrestler, the Giant, later to become the Big Show. So, in case you were wondering,
Nice. I
do
just
you
remember
want to play
Oh.
one last round here?
Yeah.
That previous round went really fast. It was all right. Oh, I completely forgot. I saw something the other day. I was looking, and I think if I do this, okay. Now I just typed a backslash into the chat, and it's giving me all these options. I don't know if I just have those options because it is, I'm a moderator. But let me see. There was, okay. I don't know. I saw it the other day, and I think there was a way I could like make things different colors. Well, I don't see it right now. So I'm just going to move on with the show. Cinderoni says she's not going to play this round. Because she knows that she will mop the floor with all of you fools. Let's see what the topic for this next one is. Pepito, are you ready?
Very ready. Carlsbad
All right.
event.
Carlsbad events.
Oh.
Do you have any... Are you trying to solve the puzzle already?
Yeah.
All right. What do you got? What are you guessing?
I think there's a the. Oh, so T.
Boom. All right. Now it's the chat's turn. Let's see if anybody in the chat has a guess. Again, we're okay. L. Let's see. L. Oh, here we go. Ooh. That is sad to see. I hate to do that to you, Dark Farts, but you got camped. Do you have a guess?
A. Letter A.
Okay. Boom. We do have an A. Or multiple A's. Okay. Let's see if the chat has a guess. I think I wonder how much of a delay there is. I know they're experiencing some delay. Here we go. We got H from Baxter. Boom. So you were right with the first word being the. You got anything else?
E. The letter
All
E.
right. Hey, there you go. And it didn't give you anything else, but you have cleared the first word of the puzzle.
Events.
Carlsbad events. So this is not just Dog Treat General is at a real disadvantage here, having never been to the wonderful land. Dark Farts says G, and
dang it.
it's miserable. I hate seeing that man. I hate when he comes in with his evil sting. Dog Treat General says M. Ouch. Okay, I think it's your turn, Pepito.
S.
All right.
Damn.
I hate to do that to you. It brings me no joy. Soy Teresa says tough one. I am pretty sure this is a really easy one. Okay. Dark farts pee. Survey says. Ouch. Cinderoni probably knows it, says Baxter. And
Yeah.
I'm sure. Cinderoni, you have carte blanche to come in here and mop the floor. We have an O from Dog Treat General.
What?
Ouch. This one's so easy. Cinderoni is punching the air right now, says Soy Teresa.
This letter C.
I think this is okay. I was about to give a little hint.
Ooh, that doesn't help.
All right. I think this is an event that we have discussed on Caveman News a couple of times. Okay. F from Dark Farts. Show me F. Ooh, a pair of them.
The ducky of... Oh, damn it.
What?
I know it.
Okay. Buzz
The
in.
ducky affair. The ducky
All right.
affair.
Boom. The Ducky Affair.
Ugh,
Beautiful.
it took forever.
Yeah, it did, but hey, the previous round took 2 seconds because we had Big Brain Cindy here. Wait, I need
Huge
to-
brain.
Oh, wait. I guess I forgot to put the I in the R. But it's whatever. Boom. Okay. Alright. I did not time that out so perfectly because we still have 7 minutes left in the show. Is there anything you want to do, Papito?
Stereotypes work.
That's what you want to do?
Yeah,
That's what you want to do with your free time?
that's what I wanted to do.
Okay, I am just
Whoa.
looking at this because I didn't.
And here's what I think of Trump's wall.
I didn't think we'd have time. Okay. No. I'm clicking. Okay. Now here are some excerpts from the. Hang on. I gotta put that down for a second. Okay, so let's take just a quick, breezy glance through the blog, the Wheel of Fortune blog. Now, I'm doing this manually. I am adding this into our stream as we go. Okay, Wheel of Fortune with Andy Nguyen. I went looking for Andy Nguyen. I found somebody on Blue Sky who has that name, but I'm not sure if it's the same person. But this is the blog that told us all about the game that Ray Rogers played. Let's see, let's add this in. Ooh, that is tiny. Okay, Popito, can you... I'm going to make this bigger.
I can read it.
Okay, hang on.
The number one rule on my site is no attacking me or my fellow admins. In other words, you are not allowed to use...
Okay, so you're not allowed to use... Okay, you can't attack the admins on Andy Nguyen's site. Oh my gosh, I don't have enough hands. Alright, I need to alt-tab over. Okay. Now, what are you not allowed to use, Mr. Andy? I'm gonna need your eyes for this one, Pepito.
Profanity, personal attacks, name calling.
Okay, you can't name call. That is against the rules. I mean, that's pretty standard. You know, that's Hey, I've been on the internet on message boards most of my life, and I am not shocked so far. Okay.
We only
Oh.
attack the real haters, trolls. We will stop at nothing to put these jerks in jail.
Wow. Okay, Andy. Please do not troll the Wheel of Fortune recap blog.
You just earned your trip to troll jail.
Exactly. Oh, you know what? Instead of doing this, what we should do, I completely forgot. Papito. What do you say we do some... Let me see. There's a button here. I got it set up. I know I did. Let me see. Oh, maybe it's here. I go here to my Wheel of Fortune. Alright. Let's look at this. Trivia of New Mexico. The New Mexico themed Jeopardy. Alright, hang on. I got so many windows here. Okay. I'm gonna click start. Where that? Okay. Alright. Oh gosh, I didn't put this in correctly, or the good people at Cave TV did not. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna have to adjust this. Let's see. Okay, now I'm gonna have to hold on. We have to go to this and okay. Absolutely. Let's see. Okay. Binks. Do you have a category that you would like to select? Why are you not finding it? For the third time? I guess maybe this applause is for Ray Rogers. Okay, Torpedo, I'm not seeing any okay, here we go, Cinderoni. The applause is still going. Do you have a... Well, you know what? Alright, we don't have enough time. We need to... Okay, Cinderoni is guessing cities. Do you have a number for 100? Okay. Cinderoni is guessing cities for 100. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Boom. All right. This city hosts the New Mexico Balloon Festival. My gosh. That's embarrassing. I did not take a look at any of these beforehand, and that is frankly pathetic. Okay, hang on. I need to turn this off so we can close the show out.
Put in the Discord.
Okay. Oh, good. Oh my gosh. I don't know how to. Okay. It would be really complicated for me to stop the applause right now. I realize my mistake and what I should do in the future. I apologize. Let's see, can I get my apology up here? Because this was my mistake. I screwed everything up by trying to do the Jeopardy game. It really... Oh, and I'm hearing the... Can you hear that?
Yes.
Alright, I don't know how to make it stop. I can't see.
New Mexico.
Okay. How do I stop it? Yes, I see that it's time to stop the show.
Weirdest place.
Pause again. Absolutely. Okay. We should stop the show. But, actually, how do I know that we're supposed to stop the show? There's one thing I wanted to get to really quick. You mentioned the Discord, correct?
Put in the Discord.
Yes, correct.
It in the Discord. All right. This, I have it figured out. The link to join the Discord, if you're not in there, it's a lot of fun. And I have the link, but that's kind of, what is that? GG, blah, blah, blah. Or wait, no, I don't know.
Yeah.
RJX, blah, blah, blah. But if you go to cavemennews.com/Discord, they'll have the link for it. You do that, you can join us. We're in there. We're goofing around. You got the Pepitos. That video you put today, you announcing the show.
Yes.
Beautiful. Yes. 100%. So, I think that let's just extend this a little bit more. Let's keep going. I'm in a good place.
Stop. If I was in the chat, I would be saying, stop the show. I know you would. Stop the show. Okay.
All right. Well, you can't argue with Soy Teresa. It is
Price
time
is
to
wrong, bitch.
Stop the show. And Dog Treat General, I have to agree when they say that they're good animal photos, good pet pictures in the Discord. There 100% is. And speaking of pets, let's see, we got... There's Cobra. All right. Pepito, it's been beautiful. We need to announce what next week's topic is going to be. Don't you think?
Yes, I think.
I think so too. I agree with you. And this topic next week comes from, this is a suggestion from Dark Farts, who suggested we look at the history of the Pecos River flumes. And let's learn all about that next week on this show. Cinderoni, it's been wonderful because I was blown away by your quick wit, and I will not rest until we make a lot of pledges here on Cavemen News and things that we're going to be working towards, things we're going to do. And I think on our list of pledges is now we're going to find a way to get Cinderoni on Wheel of Fortune.
Oh!
I'll go on Jeopardy. She can go on Wheel of Fortune. I think that's wonderful and a great thing to do. Let me look really quick one last time at this Cobra photo to take us out. Okay. Next week, the history of the flumes here on Cavemen News. Pepito, you honor me. It's been a lot of fun. I, for one, got discombobulated during this show, and you know what? I never recovered. And even further than that, you know what? I didn't care because I had fun. And that's what matters at the end.
Yes.
We're Dafu 1312. If you're here next week to talk about the history of the flumes, we'll see you.
Ci consequences, Australia de film tipo novela, c'è del charma nella compara.
Stereotypes.
Weirdest place.
Welcome.
I thank God every day.
Ever gotten the urge to make whoopee? Ever gotten the urge to make whoopee? 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 To make whoopee?
In the ass?
Right on, bitch.
Sábado gigante, oh. Sábado gigante, sábado gigante, oh, gigante.
In the ass?
Put in the Discord.
New Mexico.
Happy trails. 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 Happy trails.
Get back here with my show.
Trails.
Get back here with my show. My show.